Supported Public Television, Channel 26.
Not a bad film, Gwen.
Not a bad kid.
I'm Robin Chapman from Channel 7.
And I'm Gwen Kelly with the Labor Institute of Public Affairs. We are going back, of course, more of For Whom the Bell Tolls.
Right, just getting good. Did you know that Ingrid Bergman was the choice of Ernest Hemingway to play the part of Maria? According to Bergman's autobiography, Hemingway only asked her one question before deciding she was perfect for the role. That question? Are your ears straight? Ingrid would have to cut her hair, and Hemingway didn't want a Maria with ugly ears. Can you imagine Ingrid Bergman having an ugly anything? Well, a haircut became the rage, and everywhere you would look, girls were showing their ears. They cut their hair all off. Ingrid and Hemingway stayed friends since that first meeting. In fact, Hemingway was one of the few friends who stood by her while she was with Rossellini in Italy. If you would like to learn more about this extraordinary woman, this extraordinary actress, here's Joan Frangos with a special premium offer. It rhymes with mangoes. Joan.
I've been waiting for it to be Joan Mangoes all night. This is the autobiography, Ingrid, My Story, and it can be yours for a pledge of $40 at 379-1300. You can call us now, make your pledge of $40, and we'll send you this book. And when you read the book, you'll find out that making of this film was one of the happiest times in Ingrid Bergman's life. It's a very lovely story. So give us a pledge, $40, and call us now. Now I'd like to tell you about our next thank you gift, which I'm sitting in, which is this wonderful WETA Director's Chair, an all-time favorite of our viewers, and think how comfortable you could be right now enjoying the movie in this chair. It has the WETA logo here. Shows all your friends you support Channel 26. And it's comfortable, it's heavy dark canvas, very strong, lovely chrome tubular form, and we would be happy to send it to you for a pledge of $120. On the installment plan, it's $10 a month, and I suggest you might want to do that if you can't spring for $120 right now. Call us at 379-1300. Robin?
Joan, if you spent a few weeks in the mountains with Gary Cooper, I think it'd be the happiest time of your life, too. Certainly mine. Tonight we've been taking breaks during our programming, and we will be taking 2 breaks in our film so that we can come and ask you to help pay for the programming this station broadcasts. If you are a frequent viewer of Channel 26, you know that most of the time the programs here on WETA are run without any interruptions at all. In fact, that's one of the benefits. However, 3 times a year we must take these breaks. You see, membership support accounts for 60% of this station's operating budget. 60% of WETA's 6,000 broadcast hours each year. Less than 2% of the time is spent fundraising. So breaks like the one we're taking now help ensure that the remaining 98% of the Channel 26 broadcast schedule can come to you without any breaks at all. We need your help tonight, now. 379-1300 is the number to call. Get those phones ringing. Don't sit back and say to yourself, someone else will call. We simply can't leave the future of this station up to the other guy. Pledge your fair share tonight and help make this break and this drive and the next 365 days of television a great success here on your viewer-supported public television station, Channel 26. Gwen?
And we want to remind everyone just how easy it is to make that pledge. There's nothing to it. It takes about a minute of your time, and it starts with a call to 379-1300. You can even charge your membership pledge on your Visa or your MasterCard. It'll show up on your next monthly statement just like any other charge you would make. We need the account number and the expiration date, so have the card with you when you call. That's an easy way to do it. Or you can pay by the WETA installment plan, where you can take a whole year to make the payments on your pledge. That $120 director's chair can be yours, for example, for just $10 a month on the installment plan. That's not a bad way to do it. Or you can just wait a couple of days to get the invoice that our volunteers fill out while they have you on the phone. You get that in the mail, and then you write out your check and send it back to us. So there's 3 ways to make your pledge. They all start with a phone call. They all only take about a minute. You don't have to worry about any money tonight. 379-1300 is the number to call. How are we doing?
We have been keeping you posted on our goal tonight. Our goal was 500 pledges during the evening, during the Ingrid documentary and the film, and we have made 355 so far. That's really good, but we still have 145 to go. And the sooner you call, the sooner we'll quit, because that's all we need for this evening. That is our goal, and we want you to keep those phones ringing. 379-1300.
145 more calls. We can make that if all these phones are ringing.
You might have them right now.
Yeah, help us out. Now, we've got a question for you. What does public television really mean to you? Does it mean classic films like For Whom the Bell Tolls, or perhaps public television means the place you turn for entertaining or informative television programming? Or perhaps this is the place your child will be tuning into bright and early tomorrow morning. There are probably as many different ways to answer that question as there are programs here on Channel 26, but ultimately, I think you'll agree public television means you. Because you benefit, because you pledge. You contribute to the programming you see here on WETA, and your pledge gives you a chance to really see your dollar's worth, buying the programs that you want to see. It takes money. It takes cold cash. There's simply no other way to put it. 379-1300. Let your dollars add up with all the other dollars that are coming in here tonight and really get something done.
By pledging your support to WETA, you are giving yourself a choice in the matter, a choice that only takes a phone call to initiate, and that phone call is yours. 379-1300 is the number to call. Membership begins just $20. $20 will help Channel 26 continue presenting hour after hour of wonderful television programming. Call now with your pledge. You know that sleeping bag scene, for example, in For Whom the Bell Tolls? That's the kind of thing you don't just see on every television station. Considered quite risque when it was made.
Sure was.
We're going to find out what kind of premiums you can get with your pledge tonight, Joan.
Right, and here's a very, very special premium, and you can make it yours for a very special pledge. If you're thinking about giving us a major contribution of support, we'd appreciate that. And for one of $750, you can have this thank you gift from us, which is a Sony 13-inch color television set. A very handsome little model here, express tuning right down here on the side. You can just, with a flip of your finger, tune us right in. And we'd love to have you give us that pledge. It also has a special mechanism where you can hook up your home computer or your video game very easily without any extra equipment. So why don't you think about it a minute, then rush to your phone and call us with a $750 pledge. 379-1300. It would be a great way to top off tonight's evening for us. Thank you. And now back to Robin.
Every pledge the WETA receives is important. Remember, $20 enrolls you as a member and brings you a full year's subscription to Dial magazine. The Dial is the complete program guide for both Channel 26 and FM 91. Inside the Dial, you'll find highlights about upcoming specials you won't want to miss, plus articles about some of your favorite public television personalities, all the people on all the different series.
That magazine is worth a $20 membership in itself. But in addition to Dial magazine, every member of Channel 26 is eligible to vote for some of the trustees on the WETA board. Members also receive the Channel 26 annual program ballot. And this ballot is your opportunity to let WETA know what programs you enjoy the most and the kinds of programs you'd like to see more of in the future. The results are in from last year's ballot, and Masterpiece Theater and American Playhouse seem to be at the top of everybody's list of favorites. Your pledge to Channel 26 is also tax deductible, and that's a very important benefit that comes to mind, especially this time of year as we all begin to think about filling in the old income tax form. In addition to all those benefits, every member also receives the satisfaction of knowing that they play an important role in the success of this program service. And remember, all of this comes to you as soon as you call 379-1300 and make your pledge of support. 379-1300 is the number to call. And we are going to go back to For Whom the Bell Tolls, too, in a minute.
It's the kind of film that people like to see in its entirety and don't get the chance to see in revival very much. The print has not been circulated too much, and it's fun to be able to see it. I'd forgotten, for example, that it was in color.
Yes, I know.
Color. You know, I think it's because the stills that we saw in her book, in Ingrid Bergman's autobiography, were all black and white, and I had thought that it was a black and white film, but it's very beautiful.
So, we're getting ready to go back.
Well, I have a couple more notes on the film. Although Ingrid Bergman was Hemingway's first choice for Maria, she wasn't the first choice of the studio. Paramount paid a high price to get Gary Cooper from MGM and didn't want to spend another large amount for Bergman. Studio executives planned to put Vera Zorina, you remember her, young actress and famous ballerina, in the role. Whatever happened to her anyway? Well, filming started, and according to Bergman's autobiography, Zorina didn't work out because she was not comfortable running around in the mountains. Vera was afraid of damaging her legs. She's a ballerina. So Hemingway got his wish. Cooper and Bergman starring in For Whom the Bell Tolls, and you are getting your wish to see more of this fantastic film.
Probably would have been a different film with Vera in there.
That's right. Well, you know, and Ingrid Bergman looks like the athletic kind of revolutionary who lived in the mountain, I think.
Well, we're not going to keep you anymore. We're going back to For Whom the Bell Tolls, Part 2. Stay with us.
If you prefer not to telephone with your pledge, write out a check tonight and send it to WETA TV, Box 2600, Washington, D.C. 20013.
Join us as a member of WETA, Channel 26. You won't regret it. In fact, you will love it.
Hello, everyone. We are going back to the conclusion of For Whom the Bell Tolls. Robin Chapman from Channel 7 here. I'm Gwen Kelly from the Labor Institute of Public Affairs. You know, Ingrid Bergman said Gary Cooper was marvelous, the most underplayed natural actor she had ever worked with. Cooper had similar compliments for Ingrid's performance. They had so much fun making For Whom the Bell Tolls, they decided to make Saratoga Trunk together with director Sam Wood. When For Whom the Bell Tolls was finished, David Selznick reported that this film would give Ingrid Bergman the credit due her, that she would finally be recognized as the greatest actress of all time. Well, as it turned out, it wasn't until many years later that Selznick's prediction came true. Tonight's programming here on Channel 26 has given us all the opportunity to learn more about Ingrid Bergman and to enjoy one of her brilliant performances. We will be returning to the conclusion of For Whom the Bell Tolls. But first, we want to give you one more opportunity to call 379-1300 with your pledge. We've been here all evening with our volunteers from the Optimist Club of Vienna, Virginia, and Robin Chapman and Joan Frangus and the whole crew here. We're here to get your membership support with your membership dollars.
Gwen, I think if there's anything wrong with this film, there's just not enough, quite enough Ingrid Bergman in it.
That's probably it.
WETA's goal has always been to present television of outstanding quality, produced across America and around the world. Television that brings you adventure, science, drama, and dance. Public television takes you from concert halls to distant galaxies and even to the movies. Channel 26 enlightens as well as entertains, and WETA's commitment to children has always been a top priority. Public television has become America's showcase of what television can and should be, and Channel 26 is your ticket to this showcase. As you think about how often you turn to Channel 26, think about what your television viewing would be like without WETA. Channel 26 doesn't want to cut back on the variety of this showcase provides, and with your support, that won't happen. Membership begins at just $20. Pledge whatever you can afford, but do call with your pledge tonight, 379-1300. The more of you that call, the shorter this break is going to be, and we can get back to the movie.
And we will bring everybody up to date on just how we're doing. Earlier tonight, as a matter of fact, during the Ingrid Bergman documentary a while ago, we've set a goal for ourselves of 500 pledges. Well, 430 of you have called tonight. That's fantastic. We have 70 more phone calls to go. We ought to make those phone calls. This is our last break that we will be here with you, and we want to make those 70 phone calls so that we can go home feeling good about the work we've done tonight, too. $20 makes you an official member of WETA. We accept, of course, any amount that you can afford. But if you can't afford a bit more than the basic $20 membership pledge, then WETA has a choice of thank you gifts for you, and Joan Frangos is standing by to tell you about one.
Thanks, Gwen. Actually, I'm standing by to tell you about two. Actually, it's the WETA tote bag, the brand new one, but you have a choice of two. You can get the tote bag in strawberry red or royal blue. Nice bright colors for a nice bright summer. So perk up and go to the phone and give us a nice bright pledge of $45. Let us send one of these tote bags to your house so you'll be all set for the summer season. They're heavy canvas, they have wonderful long straps to fit easily over your shoulder, and an added feature this year, an extra little pocket on the side so that you don't have to look in the bottom of your bag for your car keys, your suntan oil, or your sunglasses. $45 pledge. We'd love to send one to you. Pick red, pick blue, but do give us a call, 379-1300. And now back to Gwen or Robin.
All right, I'll take it up. Here's a way for some of you to really stretch your membership dollars. If you work for one of these community-minded companies, your employer will match your pledge, and in some cases they might even double or triple it. For example, Time Incorporated matches employee pledges on a 3-to-1 basis. That's quite an example, isn't it? All you have to do to take advantage of the special matching grant like this is to call us right now at 379-1300. Then we ask that you go to your employer, tell them you have made a pledge to WETA and you want it matched. And even if your company isn't on that list, ask them if they have a matching gift program anyway. Help us take advantage of the generous offer by companies like that and call us at 379-1300 with your pledge. Of course, we ask that you be sure to let your employer know that you have made a pledge to WETA. Otherwise, it won't be matched, and that wouldn't be a very good thing. So if there's a matching program at your employer, go to them. 379-1300, though, is the number to call to make your pledge to us.
You know, Gwen, some of the people who've been watching right now have been with us all evening. You've watched the documentary about Ingrid Bergman's life. You've been enjoying our film, For Whom the Bell Tolls, and you've watched a pledge break or two, and yet you still haven't gone to the phone and dialed 379-1300 with your pledge. What are you waiting for? Don't put off making the call, please. We need to hear from you tonight. I'm sure you've all been meaning to call, so why don't you dial the number right now? We talked with some other people who have some good intentions.
My wife gets mad at me every time when you have your little pledge drive and say, shouldn't you call? And I don't, and I should.
I think it's reasonable, and I've been meaning to do it for a long time. I'm going to have to. I probably should join. You know, just haven't. Just lazy, I guess.
Actually, I've been meaning to send it in. The usual excuse.
I plan to join.
I mean, I'm really right on the borderline. I always think I should. Next time I probably will.
Don't wait to find out what you've lost. Try to help out today.
Now, if you've been meaning to call, just like those people, if you think you should call, don't wait. Call tonight. Remember, good intentions won't help pay for the programming here on Channel 26, but your generous support does. So call 379-1300 tonight with your pledge of $20 or more. Remember, you can even charge it on your Visa or MasterCard. That makes it easy. And we've got some more great thank you gifts to tell you all about. Joan's all ready to go. I can see her over there.
Thanks, Gwen. One more time, I'd like to tell you about the Ingrid Bergman autobiography. For a pledge of $40, we'd love to send you this as a thank you gift for watching and being so supportive tonight. It's a great book. It has over 30 pictures, photographs of Ingrid's life from her childhood on. It tells you all about this movie and all the other movies that she's made. It's a wonderful book, and we'd like to hear from you with a wonderful pledge of $40, 379-1300. And for the last thank you gift tonight, this chair, and I can use it about now. It's a wonderful director's chair from WETA. Fabulous, heavy duck canvas, very sturdy for any room in your house, your vacation home, your boat, wherever you can think of. It shows your friends and neighbors that you've pledged $120 by calling 379-1300, asking for the director's chair, WETA logo on the back, your pledge of support. So please call us. And it's been a wonderful evening, and I thank you for watching. And back to Gwen.
For those of you who might be thinking $120 is a bit much for the family budget right now, we do remind you that the WETA monthly installment plan allows you to make payments over the course of the next year, and that works out just $10 a month. And I think you'll agree that's not very much to pay for what you see here on Channel 26. And premiums are just one benefit of your membership pledge. With every pledge of $20 or more, you'll also receive a year's subscription to the Dial magazine, your program guide in there. It's a tax deduction. That's an important thing to remember this time of year. There's an annual program ballot where you get to vote for your favorites so that the management here knows what program you want to see. You get to participate in the WETA sweepstakes. You get voting privileges for the Board of Trustees elections. All those benefits, but the number one benefit of your membership is the programming. Coming up tomorrow at 6:30 p.m., join us for an encore presentation of the fabulous documentary Ingrid. It's a very moving story about Ingrid Bergman's life and film achievements. And Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, join us for another special presentation, and here's a preview.
Her career has spanned over 5 decades.
The calla lilies are in bloom again.
She has made over 40 feature films.
For the love of God, can't we love one another just a little?
She's won 4 Academy Awards.
Oh, for the Lord's sake, here we go again.
Join us for a look at the unprecedented career of this remarkable actress. Starring Katharine Hepburn, Tuesday, March 13th at 8 p.m.
Don't miss that show, starring Katharine Hepburn, Tuesday at 8 o'clock, followed by another great film classic, State of the Union, starring Katharine Hepburn and Spencer Tracy. All of this comes your way. Tuesday, March 13th, beginning at 8 o'clock in the evening. We are getting ready to go back to the conclusion of For Whom the Bell Tolls. The sleeping bag scene Robin was talking about coming up was considered quite risque back in 1943.
And, you know, I was thinking about State of the Union, which is running tomorrow night. Very appropriate during this political season. It's about a man who runs for president and finds out that he has to make a choice about whether he should compromise his ideals or not run.
So, as usual, you can count on the best programming right here on Channel 26, but we need your membership dollars to make it happen. 998, 379.
She must be getting tired.
I was giving you the other number.
No. 379-1300. Please call, and we'll go back to the film. Good night.
If you prefer not to telephone with your pledge, write out a check tonight and send it to WETA TV, Box 2600, Washington, D.C. 20013.
I'm a member of WETA, and I help support programs like the one coming up next here on Channel 26.
And good evening. I'm Steve Gundell from Channel 9 with Diane Ream from 88.5.
You almost missed
well,
it again.
See, start with 9. 88.5 WAMU Kaleidoscope.
That's right.
That's right. Now everybody can see what you look like.
Well, it's fun to be here tonight, Stephen, especially with all these phones ringing as they have been. It's just been a great evening.
379-1300. It's about time for you to make your pledge. Now, I know this isn't the first time you've considered joining the station. I know you've thought about joining before. You right there, you're sitting at home thinking about joining once again. You're meaning to call. I know what it's like. You don't want to reach for the phone. You say to yourself, I'll join next time. Can I make a suggestion? That next time is here. For you. You know that the programs, you know how much they mean to you, to your family. You know the number to call, 379-1300. I bet you could say it in your sleep. You know how great you'll feel once you've made that call. So what are you waiting for? Remember, good intentions won't provide more programming like tonight's special. But turning those good intentions into actions will. So pick up your phone. Come on, pick it up. That's right. Call 379-1300. No better time than right now to join us here at Channel 26, Diane.
And, you know, you have a lot of different ways you can give. You can charge to your Visa or your MasterCard. You can give on an installment plan. You can send a check. Whatever way you decide to do it, it really doesn't matter. It's just that you need to do it. The number to call right now, 379-1300. Call us now. We need your help.
Call us now, 379-1300. Now, some of you have been sitting home all evening watching Channel 26, watching the great programs that WETA broadcasts. And I'm sure you've often thought about how often you find yourself turning to this station. Well, right now, before you say good night, come on, go to the phone, call us with your pledge. Who else could you call this time of night without waking up? There's no better time than right now to call 379-1300. Once you've made your pledge, then come on, you can sit back and you can really enjoy the next 365 nights of great television viewing on Channel 26, knowing that you've helped make that programming possible. So join the station as a member now, $20 or more, all right? The important thing, though, is to call 379-1300, and Sally Wells has some extra incentives in the bag.
In the bag is right, Steve. In the bag, 2 brand new tote bags. one of nice, rich blue with the WETA logo, and it's just roomy and wonderful, and it has a pocket over here. You could put an umbrella in there or almost anything you could think of. Now, you can have it in either blue or over here in red. The important thing is that it's a pledge of $45 or more, and you must remember to tell the volunteer which color you want, because if you don't, then we won't know. And we really want to know. It is important to call, make a pledge of $45 or more, and ask for one of the tote bags, either the red or the blue. Another wonderful bag is the WETA Big Bag. It is great big, and it is very heavy. It's full of stuff. It's got the logo right here. It's navy blue on the bottom, so it doesn't pick up tons of dirt. It's got the red and navy straps on it. It is a super bag. I have one. You can take it away for the weekend, carry almost everything you own. Pledge is $75 or more. Do call us at area code 703-379-1300. Keep those phones ringing and become a member of WETA and call. Okay, Steve?
Okay, Sally. And Sally assures me that even if you're watching in black and white, you can still get a red or a blue bag. How's that? Throughout the evening, we've been talking to you about why we feel it's so important for you to join Channel 26. And we've been doing our best to convince you to call 379-1300 with your pledge. We've been explaining how easy it is to join, how great you'll feel once you do join, all the benefits that will come to you once you become a member. Now, even after all of this, you know there are some of you watching right now, and you know who you are out there, some of you watching who just haven't made that very important phone call. Well, in an effort to convince the diehards in the audience tonight, we've enlisted the help of some of your friends and neighbors who are already members, and we asked them what they would say to convince you to join Channel 26.
I think I would say that you have an impact, and you have an input, and you have a chance to do something about the kind of programming that you have. And I think the quality is so far superior, and I like to be part of something successful and something good, and I think public television is.
Well, I think they have to realize that you don't get something for nothing. They're paying for commercial TV every time they buy a product. And if they don't like the shows, and a lot of people are saying they are watered down, then you're going to have to support the types of shows that you want for contributing to public television.
If you want to keep seeing it, you've got to support it.
Send those dollars in. Join us as a member of WETA Channel 26. You won't regret it. In fact, you will love it.
We couldn't have said it any better. Well, you might have said it a little better, but close. They did all right. The point is, we want you to join us tonight by calling 379-1300. Again, you can charge your pledge on Visa or MasterCard. Just bring your card to the phone with you, pay your pledge in the installment plan, or you can send a check to WETA. Choose whatever plan works best for you, your choice. But just remember that with every pledge of $20 or more, you'll receive a full year's subscription to Dial Magazine, and complete program listings for Channel 26, FM 91. Every member of WETA is eligible to vote in the Board of Trustees election. Did you know that? As a member, you'll also receive WETA's annual program ballot. And, oh, my favorite part, your pledge is tax deductible. All of these benefits will start coming your way once you call 379-1300. Somebody call, come on, 379-1300 with your pledge of $20 or more. Pledge whatever you can afford to, but please, we're asking you once again to pledge tonight.
You know, if you've already pledged your support to Channel 26, I really want to thank you for your membership. It means that WETA can continue to entertain you with the kinds of programs you so obviously enjoy. Did you know that as a member, you're 1 out of 4? That means that only 1 out of every 4 Channel 26 viewers supports this station. But there is something you can do about that, what I think is a dismal fact. Next time you're watching one of your favorite programs here at Channel 26, call a friend of yours. Encourage them to watch. As you already know, watching the excellent programs here on Channel 26 can be habit-forming. So, once you've encouraged your friends to tune into Channel 26, we hope that they'll make the same commitment to WETA that you've already made. Commitment that ensures that the great programming will always be right here on Channel 26. Once again, to our viewers who are already members, thank you. You've already made that important phone call. Call us here at Channel 26 now. We hope you'll make another phone call to a friend. Encourage that friend to watch and join us here at Channel 26. 379-1300.
379-1300, that's the way to do it. I want to thank our volunteers who've been taking your calls, members of the English-speaking union. Thank you all very much. And a few stray members of the Gendale household. Thank you very much again for Diane Rehm and Steve Gendale.
Wonderful to be with you.
If you prefer not to telephone with your pledge, write out a check tonight and send it to WETA TV, Box 2600, Washington, D.C. 20013. WETA Channel 26, Washington, D.C., your non-commercial public television service, now concludes its programs for today. WETA derives its income from four main sources: production contracts, individual viewer memberships and contributions, gifts from business and industry, and grants from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, foundations, and other institutions. The station receives no funds from advertising. WETA appreciates the continuing interest, response, and support of the Greater Washington community, which makes this station possible. Channel 26 is owned and operated by the Greater Washington Educational Telecommunications Association, Incorporated, a nonprofit corporation whose board of trustees is drawn from the membership of the station as well as the educational, cultural, and business communities of the Greater Washington area. The Channel 26 transmitter and tower facilities are located at 5204 River Road in Bethesda, Maryland. Offices and studios are located at 3620 27th Street South, Arlington, Virginia. And now, speaking for the entire WETA staff, this is Lee Reynolds inviting you to join us again tomorrow. Good night, everyone.